He's got a combined senior and intermediate showmanship division. We've only got one senior, and the young man does a nice job in all of his projects. I told all of them 1 or 2 tips that I would do to improve, but I think they all do a pretty nice job. So he's going to be your champion in the senior division. In the intermediate division, the youngster here with the belted gilt will be the champion. I think he does a really nice job of driving this pig. One thing, when we let him out, I just kind of stood off here, and I think when you stand out here and the judge is a pig, you want to have him kind of bring the pig to you and kind of take it at an angle. There's like 3 different views of the angles of the pig that you want to see. And I was looking for somebody that kind of moved the pig and didn't just come to me and go on past me. And this young man did the best job of that. The reserve champion will be the exhibitor with the red Duroc. Matilda's got a lot of time spent at home. I told her she just needs to pay a little more attention to me, give me a little more eye contact so I know that she knows where I am. The other exhibitor will receive a blue. I gave him a tip or 2. Maybe the pig just doesn't work with him quite as well as the 2 above and doesn't quite. I think it's very close at the top end. I think there's 2 that are very similar. Maybe one pig has worked just a notch better. The young gal here will be our champion. I think one of the things I like maybe a lot better about her style is also she doesn't put her offhand on her pig quite as much as the young man that'll be the reserve champion. And she also was a good know the answer to one of the 2 questions, and he didn't believe it. But I guess Eddie's 1 or 2. She had 2. But yeah, consider over here with the big tall will be 3rd. She does a nice job. Maybe wasn't quite as knowledgeable. Doesn't work with her pig as well as the other 2. But the other 2 do a nice job. I think in the future these 2 youngsters will be very competitive pig showmen. Let's give all of them a round of applause. I think this is a very high quality class. I'm going to go ahead and use the exhibitor here as our champion. I think it's very fun. The pig to me just has a notch more extension than the one that's going to go in the 2-hole, which will be the white pig. Extremely powerful pig in second, but does have an advantage in bone and foot. The one that also gets a notch shorter and tighter out of her hip. The pig that's going to win the class just has a notch more extension, a little looser and freer on the move. If you do that added length, I think it probably works more volume. I appreciate the white gilt, extremely wide and opened up. I love the bone and foot underneath of this one. One that's really packed full of shape. The one that I'd like to say, just loosen her up a little and make her longer and leveler. If we could raise her in her tail set, it'd help her out. I think the next two pigs are also similar. The down here with the wider builded gilt will come in the 3rd hole. A really long body pig as well. One that's got quite a bit of shape from shoulder all the way back. But we just like to make this one maybe notch fresher, one to get a little higher there in the chine bone, one that also maybe could be stoutened up in its bone and foot. The young man here is going to round out the class. That's a good pig in his own right. That barrel maybe just doesn't have quite the shape over the top that the 3 above it do, but one that's very adequate in terms of muscularity. I like the design of the pig, one that moves free on when it's out here and driving in the ring. Let's give all these exhibitors a round of applause. That is a good class of pigs.
Receiving purples in that last class was Nyla and Creighton, and receiving blues was Trenton. Next we'll have our second class of market pigs. It weights from 270 to 300 with Hazel, Nyla, Blaine, Trace, and Creighton.
Top end of this class is really good as well. We're going to go ahead and use the black pig out here. You want to talk about one that just combines a lot of good functional pieces. It's a stout, featured pig that's got a really big blade. It works a lot of shape and dimension of muscle all the way down. Pig that's really opened up underneath. I really like just the face and the power this pig brings. And still, it's really correct in its design and moves free enough today as well. I think it's a little closer here. I'm going to go ahead and use the red pig for a second. To me, the red pig just opened up more underneath. It's pulled apart wider in the chest and just got more width and power from end to end. I appreciate just the top line and the design. I think this pig is stronger right behind his blade than the pig that's going to come in third, which will be the exhibitor here with the blue-butted barrel. Really long, extended pig here in third. It's got some nice top shape. It's crisp and got loin edge. Got some shape and expression to his hands. So right when he gets on the move, the pig that maybe wants to get a little easier right behind the shoulder, doesn't tie in as strong there. And as he walks away, he maybe wants to kick his hind too a little more than the top pair as well. I think the two pigs that are a little different in the class are going to come in next. We're going to go ahead and use the one with the blue bed on it here for fourth. A really big, high-performing kind of a gill. The one that we just need to make wider today. We need to stouten her up and give her more width at the ground. The young man will round out the class here with the white pig. Another one that's built similar, but even a notch lower pig that we'd like to make just stouter features, give it more bone and foot, and make them wider today. So let's give all these exhibitors a round of applause. Here in this class of heavyweights, we've all exceeded the limit. We're going to go ahead and use the blue barrel. It's closest to me right now, so be your class champion. Pig that I think has the most shape over the top. One that still has an advantage in structural correctness and movement over the pig that's going to come in second. Pig that we get behind it still has more shape than the one that are going to follow. The cow over here with their biggest pig is going to get second. One that we definitely like to change the structure on, but I think just in terms of product from end to end, it's got an advantage over the next two. The pig that we get behind it still has more shape to its ham, more width. The next two pigs are things we just like to scout now to definitely make them wider. The young gal is going to get third here, the gal in the pink shirt. Her guild, I think, has an advantage just in width. I think maybe much more bone and product as well, just all right throughout. The exhibitor there with the speckled blue butts going to round out the class. I think it's got some shape. The one that we get behind, we just like to definitely make him stouter. We'd like to give him more bone and maybe set him down a notch and once in a while a little upright on his toes as well today. We just like to give him a shot more power. Let's give these exhibitors a round of applause as they exit. The numbers have been extremely large, but I do want to commend the exhibitors. I think the quality is very good, especially here at the top. I want to just say I truly am impressed with the quality here. I'm going to go ahead and use the solid black pig to be your grand champion this year. To me, there's just a lot more width, just more power from end to end. At the same time, as the barrel moves, he's a little softer on more pushing to his faster and moves with more swing about the here too. Extremely high quality pig there to go ahead and be the champion. Now we'll bring out a reserve and find you a reserve. I appreciate the width and the base underneath this pig, but to me the one that has the most shape still and the squarest on the top seems to be the Belgian guild. She'll be the reserve champion. Just appreciate how wide and square she is from the blade all the way back. The shape she's got through her hip. Really a nice skill for her to be a reserve grand champion. Let's give all the exhibitors a round of applause for a good pig for this match.